Good day and welcome to JCTV. My name is Marvelous Dlamini, and in today's news, the Finance Minister, Professor Mthuli, Ncube, on Wednesday revealed that the law enforcement agents will start conducting blitz on black market traders who are said to be manipulating the newly introduced structured currency, the ZiG.
Presenting a summary of the monetary policy statement in Parliament, Professor Ncube said that the ministry has received information regarding the manipulation of the new currency by money changers. With regards to that, law enforcement agents were seen on Friday morning arresting and taking out money changers from the streets of Harare, a move which was described as fugitive by some Zimbabweans who highlighted that money changers will always bribe their way out of the hands of the law. Before the end of the day on Friday, money changers were seen back on the streets going about their businesses. Many Zimbabweans have lost faith in the local currency, with some stating that the ZiG is already losing its value a week after it was launched. The governor of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, John Mushayavanu, has vowed to introduce more strict measures and strategies to do away with the black market and restore faith in the local currency.
Today, we are attending an event organized by Vision Ability Zimbabwe in conjunction with the Ministry of Health. And here with me, I have a lady that I'm going to talk to, and she's going to introduce herself and tell us more about the program. Good day, ma'am.
Thank you so much. My name is Deborah Tigere. I'm the Executive Director for Vision Ability Zimbabwe. It's a disability inclusive development organization. And one of the initiatives that we have is eye health. And today, of course, it has been a very long day where we've been screening youth and children with low vision. Low vision is actually an eye condition which also starts at a very young age. And under a specific project, we have also been targeting young children and youth who have low vision, who have been screened today and will be referred for further assessment at Sekuru Kaguvi Eye Hospital. So we have been supported today by a team of health professionals from Sekuru Kaguvi who spend the whole day screening these children to identify them for further assessment, where they will be either given a pair of spectacles as well as low vision devices. So most of these children have other also impairments or disabilities. So we are also trying to make our eye care services inclusive of children and youth with disabilities.
Okay, so what prompted you to come up with this project and specifically bring it to Harare?
Well, this project is very relevant in any other province. Of course, we are actually amplifying it in Harare because this is a specialized service. And part of this project that we are going to be implementing for about a year is also focusing on building the capacity of eye health personnel at Sekuru Kaguvi Eye Hospital to assess for low vision. So because it is a specialized service, at the moment it can only be provided at tertiary level, which is at Sekuru Kaguvi Hospital, and we're hoping that at some point we will then cascade such specialized services at either provincial or district hospitals. However, you will find that there is need, of course, to strengthen the capacity of these eye health personnel, and low vision services are specialized services that require a little bit more time and more attention. For example, a number of children with albinism require low vision services. So even after they've been given a pair of spectacles, they will still probably need, an additional assistive device in the form of a low vision device.
So I heard you talking about the types of inclusion that you're talking about. You're talking about inclusion. How important is inclusion, especially when looking at people with albinism and just maybe young people across Zimbabwe?
Well, as we look at the Leave No One Behind mantra, we want to ensure that everyone has access to eye care services. And early intervention is very key. And this is why you find that the focus of this particular program is targeting children and youth, because it affects their quality of education and any other future opportunities. And you find that most persons with disabilities are vulnerable. They cannot afford these specialized services. So through this particular program, we want to make these services accessible to persons with disabilities who in most cases cannot afford to access these services.
Harare Gardens has become a dangerous and unsafe area for citizens as many cases of daylight robbery have been recorded, and on 2 separate occasions the victims were stabbed so as to force them to surrender their belongings. In a statement that was circulating this past week, security agents were advising people to desist from using Harare Gardens when getting into town to avoid being mugged or, in worst-case scenarios, being stabbed to death. The statement went on to highlight that 2 murder cases occurred in the area not so long ago, and residents from nearby areas who pass through the area to get into the CBD should desist from doing so. A photographer at Harare Gardens confirmed that the area has indeed become dangerous and people are getting robbed even during the day, and it gets worse at night. Harare residents are therefore urged to be careful when passing through Harare Gardens or refrain from using their way, especially during late hours. Marvelous Dlamini reporting for JCTV Africa in Harare.